Hey, how's it going? Let's tear right into another great sonnet. Not a very well known sonnet. Dug this one out of this here book. This is by Margaret Louisa Woods. It is Genius Loci. And I thought I just had a really tight octave sestet structure. Some nice classical illusion here. Pretty heavy on the classical illusion, but it's something we can learn from. Peace, shepherd, peace, what boots it singing on, since long ago grace-giving Phoebus died, and all the train that loved the stream bright side of the poetic mount with him are gone, beyond the shores of Styx and Acheron, in unexplored realms of night to hide. The clouds that strew their shadows far and wide are all of heaven that visits Helicon. Yet here, where never muse or god did haunt, still may some nameless power of nature stray, pleased with the reedy stream's continual chant and purple pomp of these broad fields in May. The shepherds meet him where he herds the kine, and careless pass him by who is the gift divine. So, big picture, I just think it's really kind of clever way to kind of situate all these feelings and powers that those feelings give rise to when we're just out in the countryside, watching farmers do their thing, just kind of observing nature and observing the land. We're wondering, oh gosh, it's just so beautiful. There's got to be some gods who want to favor this place, and she's kind of using this trope that the classical gods, the gods of Greece and Rome, they're gone or they were never here, and they didn't make this, and they don't favor this place. They have nothing to do with it. And that kind of dawning sense, I guess, of agnosticism or even atheism, which I'm not sure the poem necessarily intends that exactly, but it's certainly suggestive of this kind of loss of kind of divine feeling, but still a longing for it. I mean, it's just kind of luscious, a little luscious poem. We can dig into some of the specifics. What boots it's singing on? I don't think there's literally boots here. I think boots is just to drive it forward. Grace-giving Phoebus died, so it's a classical allusion to this god. And the train is not a freight train. It's just all the attending spirits and things. So I love this kind of the second quatrain of the second four lines of the octave, beyond the shores of Styx and Acheron and unexplored realms of night to hide. So the poem darkens. It gives this kind of mountains casting shadows kind of feeling, or clouds that strew their shadows far and wide. So this is darkening, brooding sense grows, so that the octave already is ready for this pivot to the sestet. It's kind of foreshadowing, literally, the shadows gathering over the octave are all of heaven that visits Helicon. So in other words, the gods themselves have kind of left this mountain behind. They're no longer visiting it. They're no longer present here. And then this pivot in the sestet is very well executed. Never muse or god did haunt. Still some nameless power of nature stray. So she's kind of reinvesting this earth through her own power of naming and observation, her own power of speaking, and suggestive language, giving rise to these things that perhaps are just instinctive and universal and human. I love purple pomp. I mean, it's essentially suggesting that nature itself has all these majestic colors and ideas pregnant in it. All you need to do is cast your eyes about. Now, it's easy to cast your eyes and get all of these ideas when you're reading a well-executed sonnet, something which is such a, let's face it, contrived, arbitrary, difficult form. But she's doing this very, very naturally and easily, as if without that much effort. I'll just leave it there. Just a kind of a nice surprise, showing skill, restraint, power, observation, all the things we want to see going on in a good sonnet. Thanks for dropping in, and we'll be back next week.